Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Jay.Jordan back again for another WNBA Watchalong. This is game 3 of the finals. Series is tied 1-1 between the Minnesota Lynx and my New York Liberty. The series shifts to Minnesota for games 3 and 4. So we'll see what the outcome is. Cuz, what's up? I see you. RC, what's going on, bro? Liz, what's going on? Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday evening. Game starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, so we're about 8 minutes out from game starting. UTV was good. Lynx winning? No, I hope not. I honestly hope not. Let's get into the starting lineups, and then we'll touch on some other news that was released today. So, starting lineups for the visiting New York Liberty. The same lineup they've been going with all playoffs. Sabrina Ionescu, Leonie Fibich, Benija Laney-Hamilton, who was the star of Game 2, Brianna Stewart, and Jonquel Jones. Their bench, the same bench, Kayla Thornton, Niara Sabally, Courtney Vandersloot, Kennedy Berg, Jalen Sherrod, Marquisha Davis, and Ivana Dojkic. No injuries to report. Also, the Liberty will be wearing I think they said they're wearing the Seafoam jerseys today, the teal colored jersey, so we shall see. For the Minnesota Lynx, their starting lineup, the same one they've been going with: Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Nafisa Collier, and Alana Smith. Their bench: Dorka Juhas, Natisha Heidemann, Alyssa Pulley, Diamond Miller, Maisha Hines-Allen, Olivia Pupa, and Cecilia Zandalicini. No injuries to report for them. RT says, Jay, you got a title. Bro, they need to take care of business today. They need to take care of business today. Hey, Mom, what's going on? What's going on? All right, so now that we got the formalities out of the way, let's touch on some other things. What's good, Chemo? Predictions? I honestly, I don't know. Like, I wasn't nervous all day until just now when I started the stream, and then I started thinking more. I got a little nervous. Minnesota's a pretty good home team. So that's when the nerves starting to kick in. But I'm hoping for my team to win, as always. I know it's going to be a close game, as they've all been. I just hope the Liberty come out the same starts they've been having in the first quarter. And then we can go from there. Philip, what's good, Philip? You said, do I have tickets to Game 5? Yeah, a part of the pay-as-we-go plan that I'm a part of. They pre-charge you for all the games that we could possibly play, and then they if they don't get to that game, then they credit you on that. In this case, they'll probably credit my season tickets for next year. But last round, they credited me for the finals. So that's how that works out when you do the pay as we go plan. Alrighty, let's touch on some other news before this game starts. It starts in the next 6 minutes. The WNBA released some of the all WNBA first and second team news today. Let me see if I could actually pull it. No, actually, I'm just read it out. So the all WNBA first team, we got Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, and Alyssa Thomas. So salute to Caitlin Clark. I think it was reported she's the first rookie to make it on all WNBA first team in a while. So salute to Caitlin for that accomplishment. The all WNBA second team was Arike Agumbawale, Sabrina Ionescu, Kalia Copper, Nneka Ogwumike, and Jonquel Jones. So salute to those ladies for making the all WNBA second team. The Liberty have 3 players total on the first and second teams combined. Brianna, Sabrina, and Jonquel. I think that's the only team that has multiple, if I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, that's the only team that has more than one player on the team. So salute to my Liberty for that accomplishment. That was released earlier today, probably a couple hours ago. It was released. So we shall see. Alrighty. About this game, y'all. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Minnesota is a good home team. I know during the season, they played us. They played really well at home. They got out to a huge start at home against us. But that was the regular season. Now it's a different thing. Now it's a different time. Much later in the season, the focus is on getting the next 2 wins in this series. And I hope my Liberty can do it. Honestly, as much as a game 5 would be exciting to attend, I really don't want it to get there. I don't think my heart could take it. I don't think my heart could take it. If we could finish this off in Minnesota, I'll be happy. Cause shoot, going to a game 5, anything can happen in a game 5. Anything can happen. All right, so we're about 3 minutes out. We are about 3 minutes out. UTV said you guys sleeping on Minnesota. They taking this game. I hope not. Nobody's sleeping on them. I just hope they don't win. That's all it is. I know what Minnesota is capable of. And that's why I'm saying I hope they don't win. But nobody's sleeping on them. You can't sleep on them. I just want my team to win. They got LaChina, Andrea, Shanae, and Carolyn Peck in Minnesota for the WNBA countdown. This game is on ESPN. If you have access, but I hope you stick around to listen to the commentary and have discussion about this game. Where we at? We're at about a minute. According to the broadcast, it says about 9 minutes until game time. Jeez. So 8 o'clock, I guess the official broadcast starts, and then we still have about 8 minutes from then until the actual tip off. So we still have some time to go. But for those who haven't been paying attention, let's take a look at some of the first 2 games of this series. So we'll start off with game 1. In game 1, Minnesota losing the whole game. Liberty in cruise control. 5 minutes to go into 4th. Liberty completely run off the road. Ran out of gas. I don't even know how you call it. They just folded completely. Had a couple of chances to win in regular time and to tie it up in overtime, and just couldn't get it done. Minnesota completes one of the largest comebacks in WNBA Finals history to get the win in overtime, 95-93. Courtney Williams had a huge game, 23 points. She was hitting threes, hit a three while getting fouled in the late stages of that game. Hit the free throw for the 4-point play to give them the lead late in that game. Liberty just completely folded in that game. And then when we go to game 2, which took place on Sunday, Liberty but they responded and got the win 80-66. Benigilini Hamilton game had 20 points, hit 4 threes. Leonie Fevich hit one of the biggest threes in that 4th quarter. Breanna Stewart set the WNBA Finals record for steals with 7 steals in that game. And the Liberty, even though it got close in that 4th quarter, Minnesota got within 2, and they had multiple opportunities to take that lead. The Liberty defense held strong, and they pushed the lead back up to double digits, and they ended up winning by double digits in that game, 80-66. I wasn't at that game. I was here on the stream with y'all, but I'm glad the Liberty ended up getting the win. And what's going on? Salute. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. All right, the broadcast is officially starting. I think we still got about 7 minutes until actual game tip-off, so we still have some time here. All right, let me get things right. That's game 3. So looking at, if you're into the sports betting, according to ESPN Bet, New York are 1.5 point favorites. Oh, sorry, they're 3.5 point favorites. It opened at -1.5. That's interesting. Minnesota being the underdog at home. The over under is 160.5, and the money line New York -165, Minnesota +140. According to ESPN, New York 54.7% in favor of them winning. Alrighty, let's get the likes up, people. Thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe if you're new here. Hopefully the Liberty can get the win. No, I had to bring Ellie back out here. I'm sure y'all. I had to bring Ellie back out here. Last time she was here, we got the win, so I had to take her off the mantle over there. I had to take her off over there and bring her a little closer to the action. Hopefully we can get some positivity here from Ellie. All right. Let me fix my hat here. Come on, you see it. Make sure everything's good. We good to go here. Let's do it. All right. So it's Ryan Ruocco and Rebecca Lobo on the call as always for the WNBA Finals. Dang, I don't know. I'm getting so nervous right now. Shoot, getting so nervous. I got the WNBA shirt on today. I think I ran out of Liberty shirts. I got to do some laundry, so just the WNBA shirt today, Liberty hat, and we're ready to go. What's up, Miracle? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Yeah, RC, you know Lobo and Ruocco. That's the dynamic duo. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Yo, what is going on? I was chilling all day today. Like everything was good. I was thinking about the game, and now that it's actually here, now I'm just like, now I'm nervous. I don't know why. Come on, they just need to start this game already. They say 8 o'clock, and they ain't starting the game till 8:05, 8:10. I'm ready. I am ready. But keys to the game: New York has to get off to a fast start like they did in games 1 and 2. They cannot allow Minnesota to get comfortable and just start bombing away from 3. They haven't been shooting the 3 as a team particularly well. Bridget Carlton hasn't been knocking them down like she did against us during the regular season. Kayla McBride is hitting some, of course. Xander Lassini, she's been pretty much non-existent. She had a couple of great games against us during the regular season off the bench. But the Liberty have been able to calm that down in the postseason, in the finals here. RC says, Jay, look at your WNBA shirt with the acronym in mind as well. New York balling again. Oh man. All right, so it looks like they're about to do the starting lineups for the the introductions for the Minnesota Lynx. So we're about to get started. Man, salute to everybody joining the stream. Salute. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Man, it's crazy that potentially the season could be over on Friday if the team who wins tonight wins again on Friday. It's been such an incredible season. Appreciate you guys hanging out the whole way through. Those who joined on later on, I appreciate the support all as well. Support all. I appreciate all the support, I should say. Dang, I can't even talk. I'm so nervous. I'm just talking gibberish right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did want to say I saved this thing. It said in the history of game 3s in the WNBA Finals, when a WNBA Finals series is tied 1-1 entering game 3, the winner of that game is 10-4 in series outcome. So whoever wins game 3 usually goes on to win in the series. It's 10-4. That's the record in that. Since shifting to a best-of-5 format, the winner of game 3 has won the series 6 out of 10 times. So usually the team that wins game 3 goes on to win, but there have been 4 instances where it hasn't happened. Keita says Mr. Aces in the finals, boring. Of course. Nah, no, you're joking. Shoot, I did see somebody say like the only thing that would annoy me more than, knock on wood, the Lynx winning the series is them on their home court, is them doing that electric slide on your head top. I think it was J Spot. I think I was watching her channel. Imagine you losing in the WNBA Finals and then the team start doing the electric slide on you. I don't know. I don't want to see that. I can't deal with that. So Liberty just need to take care of business. All right. All the fans in Minnesota have on white t-shirts, white towels. Oh, the t-shirts have a green finals wording across the chest. They have white towels. Honestly, don't think it'll be as loud as Vegas when we played the Aces in that game 3. So, but we shall see. RC says, as an Aces fan, I'm just glad I ain't got to sweat and be nervous and trip out about a possible 3-peat. Yeah, man, it's like, as a neutral, it's cool to watch these games, but when your team is there and you can see the trophy, it's like, it's so nerve-wracking. Like, I'm not even getting on the court to hoop, and it's nerve-wracking. Avellino salute. It says, please, Liberty, don't let them do that terrible dance. Yeah, for real. I don't want to see Nafisa and Alana Smith electric sliding on our heads at the end. Gennaro was good. Salute. I can't see. I don't want to see Alana Smith and Dorka electric sliding on us at the end here. Oh my days. What's Ryan talking about? Okay. Colin and salute. In a best of 5 series, the most important game in the entire series is game 3. Like in a best of 7 series, the most important game is game 5. Alrighty, y'all. Salute. We're about to get this show on the road. Jump ball, of course, center circle between Jonquel and Nafisa Collier. Ball is up, and the Liberty win the tip, and we're off. Game 3 of the 2024 WNBA Finals is underway. Jonquel with the ball, guarded tightly by Alana Smith. Hand off to Leonie Fibich. Leonie Fibich on the drive, steps through, throws up the layup, and scores over Courtney Williams. So Leonie Fibich is on the board for the Liberty to start. They ran a nice screen for her at the top of the key. She drove against Courtney Williams, Euro stepped over her head, and scored. Williams over to Nafisa. Nafisa with the ball, step through move, and she scores. So Nafisa's on the board for the Minnesota Lynx. And the fans sit down. Sabrina into the paint, out to Leo. Leo for 3, and Leo with the first 5 points for the Liberty. Leonie Fibich from the corner, and it's 5-2 New York. McBride with the ball. McBride tries to drive, gets into the paint, scoop, layup is good. So McBride with the layup, and it's 5-4 New York still. Sabrina with the ball in the corner, looks to attack Nafisa. Back cut to Leo. Leo loses the ball in midair, and Courtney Williams with the steal. Courtney Williams on the attack, stops, pump fakes, throws it out to Bridget. Bridget over to Alana Smith. Alana to McBride. McBride off the curl, over to Bridget. Courtney Williams wide open in the corner for 3. Gets fouled on the 3 by Jonquel. What is up with us fouling 3-point shooters? So Courtney Williams in the right corner will go to the line for 3 free throws. What's up, Yakini? Salute. So Courtney Williams knocks down the first free throw. Just unnecessary to foul the 3-point shooter. She tried to do the run by and smacked her arm on the run by. Courtney Williams hits the second free throw. So Minnesota has the lead, 6-5. I think this is their first lead in the first quarter in the finals. And she misses the third free throw. Ball gets tipped around, and the Liberty have it. It's 6-5 Minnesota. Breanna Stewart on the attack, falls down, tries to get the ball out to somebody, dives on the floor, and it's a jump ball between McBride and Breanna Stewart. So Breanna Stewart slipped. Kayla McBride jumped on the ball, so it's a jump ball here. Oh, she sort of stepped on her foot, lost her balance. So center circle, jump ball between Stewie and McBride. Stewie should win this. And Stewie does. McBride just concedes. He doesn't even really jump. Sabrina with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Gets it to Jonquel. Jonquel handoff to Sabrina. Gets tipped out by McBride. 6 seconds on the shot clock. So Sabrina to inbound with 6 on the shot clock. Gets it into Stewie. Stewie shoots over Nafisa quick. Misses. Fight for the rebound. And the Lynx have it. Bridget Carlton comes out of the pack with it. Bridget on the attack. Bridget gets into the paint. Throws it out to Alana Smith. Alana Smith down to Nafisa. Nafisa looks to attack Stewie. Pump face gets blocked by Stewie. Gets hit out of bounds by Breanna Stewart. So Minnesota ball, they get it into Alana Smith. Alana Smith drives on Jonquel, throws it out to McBride. Quick shot is up and good. Kayla McBride knocks down the 3. And it's 9-5 Minnesota. Breanna Stewart with the ball over to Jonquel, top of the key, right side to Leo. Leo comes off the screen. They jump out on her, and that's 2 turnovers by Leo. They trap Leo in the corner. Over to McBride. McBride, another 3, and she buries another one. So McBride up to, what she got? 8 points. And it's 12-5 Minnesota. Oh, Sabrina, bad pass. Nafisa, long arms of the law, gets the steal. Steps through, layup. Oh, she smokes the layup, gets her own rebound. Out to McBride, wide open, another 3. And she misses that one. Alana Smith with the rebound. Nafisa wide open. And she hits. New York needs to call a timeout, and they do. I said New York needed to start the same way. They had 3 turnovers so far in this quarter, and they're down 14-5. Minnesota. Kayla McBride, the star of the quarter so far. She's up to 8 points. You know the shooters, they have the home court. They're back at home, comfortable. They're comfortable with the rims, with the home team. The home fans are on their side, so they're gonna have all the confidence in the world. So we have our first time. I think this is the first timeout of the first quarter. First timeout in the first quarter the Liberty have had to call in this series, in this finals. So it's 6:57 to go here in the first quarter. Minnesota is on a nice little run here. The last basket was Leonie Fibich's 3-pointer in the corner. Looking at the turnovers of what killed the New York so far, Leonie Fibich hadn't had a turnover in the last 6 playoff games. She has 2 here already. And then Sabrina tries to throw a pass from the middle of the floor all the way to the left wing. Nafisa's long arms was able to reach and get that steal. They got an offensive rebound, and Nafisa ends up with a foul line area jump shot. So that's going to be New York's thing to focus on, limiting the turnovers. So the broadcast has just come back. They're doing like a similarity between Maya Moore and Nafisa Collier. They're both from Jefferson City, Missouri, and they both went to UConn. And they both got drafted to Minnesota. It's crazy. The similarities are crazy. Tudor says, so Jay, how was your day outside this bad start from New York? It was all right. Went to work. Came home, got some good food, and got ready for this game. It wasn't anything super eventful, but I was looking forward to this game, and it's looking shaky so far. But it's still early. Still early. Let's see how the Liberty respond. Jonquel on the right wing looks to attack Alana Smith. She goes baseline, spins back out, finds Benija on the cut to the basket. Benija gets bumped, and almost another turnover. McBride hits it out of bounds. It's Liberty ball with 4 on the shot clock. So Minnesota coming out with a different defensive intensity that they've had in games 1 and games 2. I guess Cheryl Reeve got on them about these slow starts. Benija with the ball, looks to get it into somebody. Gets it. Oh, and they get a 5-second violation. They don't even get the ball in. That's 4 turnovers by the Liberty. Four turnovers already in the first 3.5 minutes for New York. Courtney Williams with the ball, gets it to Bridget Carlton. She sets, fires for 3, misses. Rebound, Jonquel. Jonquel with the ball. Jonquel, handoff to Sabrina. Sabrina drives at Bridget, and they call a foul on Alana Smith away from the ball on Jonquel Jones. So that's Minnesota's first foul of the game. Ball inbounds, gets it to Stewie, back to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. Nafisa switches out over to Stewie. Stewie attacks McBride. Floater off the glass, too strong. Rebound, Alana Smith. Alana Smith over to McBride. McBride down to Nafisa. They bring a late double. Nafisa tries to spin through that. One leg fall away. Short. Rebound to Sabrina. Liberty need to score here. Sabrina over to Benija. Benija corner to Leo. Leo for 3. Too strong. McBride with the rebound. Over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams on the run. Courtney Williams comes off that screen. Over to Bridget. Down to Alana Smith. Over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams. Midi is too strong. Leo, she airballs. Leo gets the rebound. Sabrina with the ball, hesitates. Keeps her dribble alive. Down to Stewie against Alana Smith. She goes up. Right hand scoop is good. And Stewie is on the board. So it's 14-7. Yeah, what's good, bro? What's good? It's all good, bro. Enough. I just read your comment. Beulah, what's up? Minnesota with the ball. Courtney Williams with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Stewie almost gets the steal. 4 on the clock. Bridget Carlton tries to attack Sabrina. She steps back. Sabrina gets a hand on it. And it's a shot clock violation. Sabrina with great defense gets the block on Bridget Carlton. So it's 14-7 Minnesota. Kayla McBride, the star of the first quarter so far. 2 for 3 from 3. She's up to 8 points. Liberty do have 4 turnovers, which is not helping their cause. Sabrina comes off the screen, out to Stewie. Stewie, top of the key, drives on McBride, handoff to Leo. Leo back down to Stewie against McBride. Faces up, step back over McBride, short. Fight for the rebound, and Courtney Williams taps it out of bounds. It stays with the Liberty. It was Jonquel against 3 people. And the Liberty come out on top with another possession here. 4:37 to go. Benija gets the ball into Stewie. I thought she was about to get another 5-second violation. Stewie, top of the key. Spin over to Sabrina. Sabrina to Benijah in the corner. Benijah for three, too strong. Stewie gets the offensive rebound. And Courtney Williams from behind gets the steal. Courtney Williams attacks, goes up, scoops it up, and one. Courtney Williams. So Liberty, another turnover. Courtney Williams. Stewie gets the rebound. Courtney Williams from behind pokes it away. Chase down. Sabrina doesn't allow Courtney Williams to land. She scoops it up and scores. Courtney Williams for the three-point play, and she buries it. So it's a 10-point lead, 17-7. I think this is Minnesota's largest lead of the finals. And Nafisa forces another jump ball against the Liberty, this time against Stewie. Stewie trying to rip through. Nafisa able to get her arms around it. She's sort of like grabbing her hand though, but... So jump ball between Fee and Stewie at half court. And the Lynx win the jump ball. Ball over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams off the screen. Drop pass to Alana Smith. She goes up. And they call a foul on Stewie. On the roll by Alana Smith to the basket. So Alana Smith going to the line for free throws. And for her first points of the game. So Alana Smith at the line for her first free throw, and she buries it. So it's a 11-point game here. Alana Smith career high 10.1 points per game this year as she hits both free throws. So it's 19-7 Minnesota. Sabrina brings the ball up the court. She hasn't taken a shot yet. Sabrina on the attack, picks up her dribble, gets it out to Stewie. Stewie over to Benijah. Benijah, is that a turnover by New York? And it is a turnover by New York. That's another turnover. 7 turnovers here by the Liberty. Alana Smith with the ball. New York can't get out of their own way here. Turnover after turnover. Bridget Carlton, hesitation, dribble, goes into the paint. Reverses around Jonquel and scores. And that's a foul by Kayla McBride on Sabrina Ionescu. That was a nice move by Bridget. She was on the left side of the floor, went under, and scooped under for the reverse layup. So New York with the ball here, 21-7. Stewie over to Jonquel. Jonquel, handoff to Sabrina. Over to Stewie. Stewie, cross court to Benijah, up to Leo. Leo pump fakes. Leo into the paint. Leo bounce pass to Jonquel. She goes up, gets her own rebound, and scores. New York finally scores again. It's 21-9 here. McBride with the ball. McBride, quick jump shot is good. McBride having a quarter here. 23-9. Easy offense for, they're getting open looks here. Everything for New York is hard. Oh, Stewie, jab step goes in, gets attacked, and they call an offensive foul on Courtney Williams. So that's 2 fouls on Breanna Stewart. So Stewie tried to drive. Courtney Williams rotates over. Yeah. That's a tough one. She's there. And it's 2 on Stewie. So is she, they take Stewie out. She can't play with 2 fouls. McBride, quick 3 off the screen. She shoots the air ball this time. And New York gets possession back. 23-9. This is what I was sort of nervous about New York not starting as strong as they have in games 1 and 2. Courtney Williams goes to the bench and Natisha Heidemann comes in. Ball in play. Courtney Vandersloot into the game for New York. She comes off the screen from Jonquil. Jonquil, top of the key, looks to attack Alana Smith, spins, nobody there, gets it to Benija, right side. Comes off the screen, Benija gets to the foul line, jump shot is up and good. New York finally into double figures. 11-23. Minnesota up by 12. Ball over to Nafisa. Nafisa looks to attack, gets it to Bridget. Bridget shoots a three, and she buries the top of the key three. Now the shooters are coming to play here. It's 26-11. This is reminiscent of when we played them in Minnesota earlier in the season. I think they scored about 30 points in the first quarter. Vandersloot on the attack, gets to the paint, gets fouled by Alana Smith. So that's 2 on Alana Smith, 2 on Stewie. So they just mentioned Carlton had 13 points total in games 1 and 2. She's already doing much better tonight. She's up to 5. Tudo says New York got to weather this storm. Yeah. Just can't let this get out of hand early. It's a 15-point game right now. But New York going to the line 4 free throws. Bridget Carlson, I believe she probably had some blood on her knee. She's getting that wrapped up right now. We know Minnesota is susceptible to taking their foot off the gas as well. They did it against the Sun in the last series. So you just got to weather this storm, continue to make solid possessions, cut down the turnovers. You're up to 7 turnovers as Vandersloot hits the first free throw, and you can work your way back into it. Vandersloot, second free throw is up and good for Vandersloot. So she's on the board. It's 26-13. Minnesota's ball. Approaching a minute and a half to go in this quarter. Nafisa with the ball. Handoff to Heidemann. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa gets blocked by Benija out of bounds. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Exactly a minute 30 to go. So it's still Minnesota ball here. Still Minnesota basketball. Benija goes to the bench. I think Kayla Thornton checks in. Xander Lassini checks in for Minnesota. Heidemann to inbound. Heidemann gets it to Xander Lassini. Out to Heidemann. Heidemann to Hines Allen, who's checked in. Over to Bridget Carlton. Bridget Carlton on the drive. Stops. Loses the ball. She shoots it up. Bounces around. And it drops. That's how you know you're at your home gym. She loses the ball. Throws it up. It bounces on the rim a couple times and drops. Over to Febich. Febich, top of the key 3. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Niara Sabali gets it. Back to Leo. Leo over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot for 3, and she buries it from the left wing. Vandersloot knocks down to 3. Good offensive rebound by New York, and it's a 12-point game, 28-16. Vandersloot with 5 points off the bench. Nafisa tries to attack Leo. She spins into traffic, and the Liberty get the steal. Niara with the good rotation. Vandersloot pushing it up the court. Right side, stops, gets it to Niara. Niara attacks Heidemann, gets to the paint, goes up with the left. Too strong, and Hines Allen gets the rebound. Hines Allen comes off the screen, gets downhill, stops, shoots the floater, misses, and they call a foul on Vandersloot on the box out. "24 seconds to go. 14 on the clock for the Minnesota Lynx. It's a 12-point game here. Ball inbound to Hines Allen, top of the key. Wants a screen, gets downhill, slows it down, up to Hines Allen. Over to Bridget. Bridget down to Nafisa. Oh, Jonquil tips the ball and gets the steal. New York can play for one shot here. Kayla Thornton with the ball. Kayla Thornton over to Vandersloot. 8 on the clock. 7, 6, 5. Vandersloot down to Jonquil. Jonquil goes up and gets fouled by Hines Allen. So with 3 seconds to go on the clock, New York will shoot free throws to make this a 10-point game. Oh, yeah, it was a foul by Heidemann. Heidemann was over here grabbing the arms of Jonquel Jones. So Jonquel, first free throw is up and good. 3.2 seconds to go, guys. 3.2 seconds to go. Jonquel had 14 points and 9 rebounds last game, and she buries the second free throw. 3 seconds to go. Ball into Heidemann. Heidemann crossover. Heidemann throws it up. I don't think it was in time, and that's how the first quarter ends. So at the end of the first, Minnesota 28, New York 18. That's the most points in any finals quarter this series. 28 points for them in this quarter. So they're talking to Benijah Laney Hamilton now about how do you think you handled their energy coming out in this first quarter? She said we need to be better. We got to stay poised through the physicality, making smarter decisions. Tudo says we cut it to 10, could be worse. Yeah. Chemo says Liberty fans need to relax. This is just the first quarter. Yeah, absolutely. Yakini says if I'm the Lynx, I'm keeping Stewie in foul trouble the rest of the game. Yeah. I mean, as a Lynx fan, you that's what you would hope they would do. But a 10-point game after the first quarter, after the way they started, could be worse. Could be worse. New York with 7 turnovers in that first quarter. I mean, knock on wood, I hope they can't play any worse than that. But 7 turnovers in a quarter, in the first quarter, can't be worse than that. New York, the largest lead for Minnesota was 15 in that quarter. New York has it at a 10-point deficit right now. Points in the paint, Minnesota's winning that 8-6. Bench points, New York has 5 points off the bench, all from Courtney Vandersloot. New York as a team, New York has 8 team turnovers, 7, I guess. The 5-second violation, I guess, counts as a turnover, or I don't know what counts, what doesn't count as a personal, but counts as a team turnover. But Breanna Stewart has 3 of them, so she's probably gonna have to sit a bit in this second quarter as well. They probably bring her in for a little bit, but 2 fouls in the first quarter is never a recipe for success. UTV said Lynx defense is crazy. Yeah, the defense came out super energized, and they turned the Liberty's turnovers into 14 points. They have 14 points off the Liberty's turnovers, so that's one area the Liberty need to address. In terms of scoring, it's pretty balanced. You have 10 from Kayla McBride in that first quarter, 7 from Bridget Carlton, 4 from Nafisa, 2 from Alana Smith. So nope, and you have that's it. Yeah, that's all the scorers you have for the Lynx. For the Liberty, you have 2 from Benijah Laney Hamilton, 2 from Stewie, 4 from Jonquel, 5 from Leo. She had the first 5 points. Sabrina didn't even take a shot in that first quarter. Niara Sabali didn't make one, and Vandersloot with 5. So that's what it's looking like right now. All right, cool. Salute to everybody here. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new here. We've been streaming all W season long, and as we come down to the final games of the season, appreciate all the support. We will be covering other things during the off season, such as the expansion draft and the draft lottery, and whenever some big news happens, we'll cover that. But let's focus on the finals for now. Janera says Sabrina not shooting is crazy. Why is she on the floor if she's not shooting? Good question. She's using her gravity, as she's been mentioning, not trying to force shots. Ball and play with the Minnesota Lynx to start this quarter. They're talking to Sandy Brondello on the in-game interview right now. Heidemann with the ball, guarded by Vandersloot. Stewie is back in the game. Over to Xander Lassini with 9 on the shot clock. Xander Lassini tries to crossover, attacks Kayla Thornton, gets to the paint, throws up the floater, and scores. So Xander Lassini from the right side of the floor hits the floater, and it's 30-18. Vandersloot over to Stewie, back to Vandersloot, top of the key. They run a stagger screen over to Stewie. Stewie handoff to Kayla. Kayla with the ball, looks to attack. Xander Lassini puts her in the post. 7 on the clock, fall away jump shot. Bounces up, and I don't think that's the shot we needed. Minnesota with the rebound. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann comes off the screen, tries to get downhill, gets it to Hines Allen. Hines Allen tries to drop it off to McBride. Niara with the steal. Niara drops it off to Kayla Thornton. Thornton picks up her dribble, gets it to Sloot. Sloot, corner to Stewie. Stewie, baseline jump shot is up and rattles it in. Stewie knocks down the baseline jump shot. And it's back to a 10-point game, 30-20. Lineups on the floor: Vandersloot, Stewie, Sabali, Laney Hamilton, and Thornton. Jump shot is off from Nafisa, I believe that was. For the Lynx, it's Heidemann, Nafisa, Hines Allen, Xander Lassini. And as Niara goes to the basket and throws up like a running right-hander off the glass, and she scores. And I'm missing somebody for them. And Xander Lassini and McBride from Minnesota. Nafisa over to Heidemann, top of the key, looking for Xander Lassini on the curl. Shoots the foul line curl, and she buries it. So now Xander Lassini starting to get off. It's back to a 10-point game. Is that Vandersloot on the attack on Heidemann, hangs and doesn't get the foul, misses the shot, and Hines Allen with the rebound over to Heidemann. Heidemann, hesitation, dribble, gets into the paint, throws it up. Niara with the block, but her foot was on the out of bounds line when she caught the rebound. So Niara giving some good minutes here. Yeah, when she caught it, her foot was on the... Ball inbound to Alana Smith, who's checked in. Liberty almost got a steal. Courtney Williams, foul line jump shot, misses. Alana Smith gets the offensive rebound, and it's out of bounds off of New York. Didn't get the box out on Alana Smith. She came free, but luckily Stewie was able to tip it out of her hand. 10-point game still, 32-22. Courtney Williams with the ball, over to McBride. Guarded tightly by Benija. Snatch back dribble, goes baseline, throws up a wild floater. Tries to tip it out, tips out her own miss. Over to McBride in the corner, sets her feet. 3 is good. New York not paying attention on those offensive rebounds. McBride relocates to the corner, wide open for 3. McBride up to 13 points. Benija comes off the screen. Benija hesitation, gets into the paint, picks up her dribble, out to Niara. Niara on the drive. Niara gets into the paint, goes over Alana Smith, and scores. So Niara Sabali putting her foot down, being aggressive, driving to the paint, and she scores. McBride comes off the screen, gets into the paint, throws up a right-hand hook, layup, and misses. New York has numbers if they want it. Sabrina on the push. Sabrina, handoff to Stewie. She gets fouled by Xander Lassini, cutting her off on the baseline, and Breanna Stewart will go to the line for 2 free throws. You can't forget about Kayla McBride. They're showing the replay of that last play. Kayla McBride, her release is so quick that if you're not right up on her, it's pretty much curtains. Stewie hits the first free throw. She had 8 points last game. She's already up to 13 points in this game. Second free throw from Stewie, bounces off the front of the rim, and good. So we're back to a single-digit game, 35-26. New York just needs to keep hanging around this area here until their defense decides to play along. Courtney Williams off the screen. Courtney Williams picks up her dribble over to Nafisa. Nafisa crossover, goes across the paint out to McBride. McBride comes off the screen, cross court to Alana Smith. 3 on the clock. Alana Smith on the drive, goes up. Great defense by New York. Shot clock violation. That's exactly what you want to do. Force Alana Smith to be a scorer. Drive into the basket. Niara Sabali has the foot speed to keep up with her, something that Jonquel Jones does not have. In 6 minutes, she has 4 points and a block. Niara Sabally. New York with the ball, 6:27 to go. Sabrina comes off the screen. Sabrina, guarded by Alana Smith. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Niara. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina, corner to Benija. Wide open for 3. And she misses. Fight for the rebound. Nafisa gets it. And Nafisa dribbling the ball up the court. Gets it to Alana Smith. Over to Kayla. Kayla to Nafisa. Nafisa guarded by Stewie. They call a offensive foul for Nafisa Collier, lowering the shoulder. I mean, she does that move pretty much all the time. Nafisa, she's been doing that move all series, and now they decide to call it. Where she ball over to Sabrina, over to Niara Sabally. Sabally tries to feed it. Alana Smith with the steal, and they're on the run. New York with another turnover there. Courtney Williams comes off the screen. Ball gets deflected. Bridget Carlton with it. And they call a foul on Leonie Febich. Trying to front Nafisa Collier. So we have a timeout here. Officials timeout. New York within single digits. It's 35-26. Sorry, I haven't been reading the comments. Beulah says, Jay, can Liberty come back? Yeah, if they can cut down the turnovers, they're up to 9. I think it's 9 turnovers. 19 turnovers. They had 7 in that first quarter. Have to cut it down. All right, see, so I was just saying Xander Lucini wasn't doing. Yeah. Benija and Sabrina. Yeah, we need to hear from both Benija and Sabrina. Sabrina has not taken a shot yet. She has 2 rebounds and 2 assists, but she has not taken a shot. Benija has 2 points. She's 0 for 2 from 3 so far. So, granted that Sabrina hasn't scored, and we don't have a scorer in double figures. Liberty in sort of a good position here. 9-point deficit. Kimo says Sabrina doesn't do a good job looking for her shot when she's facilitating running the point. I mean, if she likes to watch Steph Curry. So Steph Curry, he's running the point, but after he passes, he's moving, he's running off screens. He's still a vital factor. I guess that's the next evolution of her game. To not only when you're running the point just look to facilitate, but get the ball to somebody, have them run off a couple screens to get it wide open for a 3 or a cut to the basket. So, but I'd rather her make the smart decision and not shoot as much than come down the court as soon as she gets a wide open shot off a screen, she's chucking it up, because that's the other extreme she can go to. That every time she touches the ball, she starts throwing it up. So, we definitely need her to actually look at the basket, but I don't want her to go too much to looking at the basket, because then that's when she starts throwing the ball at the hoop, not looking at anybody else, and that's not what we want to get into. All right, we're coming back to the broadcast. They're focusing on Kayla McBride. Just showing how she facilitates her shot. She catches the ball and it's really on her fingertips already. It's just right up. But the thing is that I always say, it's okay if Kayla McBride goes off, but you can't let everybody else go off as well. That's what happened in game 1. They had 3 20-point scorers besides the Liberty choking. They had 3 20-point scorers. In game 2, they didn't have anywhere near that, and they lost. She's mic'd up today. Kayla McBride. I just ball into Nafisa. Nafisa goes, shoots a jump shot over Stewie, misses. Rebound to Sabrina. Out to Stewie. Stewie on the attack. Stewie crossover. Stewie gets into the paint. Out to Jonquel. Jonquel looks to attack. Dribbles back out. Hand off to Sabrina. Sabrina takes her first shot. Up and too strong. Fight for the rebound. and Minnesota gets it. Courtney Williams gets blocked by Jonquel. She tried to go reverse. Jonquel got the block. Benija with the ball. Benija looked to attack. Out, throws it out to Sabrina. Corner to Leo. Leo back out to Sabrina at the 3-point line. Sabrina attacks, gets into the paint, drops it off to Stewie. Stewie cuts baseline and scores. That's what I like from Sabrina. Attack the paint, and Stewie will be right there moving, and she scores. Stewie up to 8 points here. 35-28. New York's defense has kicked in here. Ball to McBride. Back to Courtney Williams. Over to Alana Smith. Back to McBride. McBride looks to attack Jonquel. Goes corner to Bridget Carlton. Not the person you want to leave open. And she buries it. That's not the person you want to leave open. So back to a 10-point game here. And it's a kick ball. Alana Smith. New York retains possession here. Bridget Carlton up to 10 points now. So Jonquel guarding Kayla McBride. Sabrina rotates over. Nobody helps the helper. And Stewie on the cut. Goes glass. Too strong. Rebound to Nafisa. She should have just kept going straight to the basket. But Benija jumps the passing lane. Leonie Febich got screened in the back. It was down. Benija jumps the passing lane and gets the steal. McBride gets a deflection. It stays Liberty ball. 4 minutes to go here. 4:05 to go. Benija to inbound. Gets the ball into Sabrina. Sabrina at the 3-point line. Gets the screen from Stewie. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Benija. Benija on the drive on Bridges. Out to Stewie. Stewie, top of the key three. Sabrina, top of the key three. Misses the rebound. Alana Smith hits the rebound out of Jonquel's hands. Nafisa with the ball goes up. And she gets fouled. So the Liberty are letting Jonquel live down there by herself. She tried to get the rebound, got knocked out of her hands. That's not a foul. I would review that. I would review that. She didn't look like a foul there. Nafisa short on the first free throw. She misses. You said Lynx are killing them. Fee only got 2 points. Yeah, because they're letting everybody else go off. So you got Bridget with 10 points. Kayla McBride with 13. Nafisa, second free throw is up and good. So back to 11-point game. 39-28. Sabrina over to Leo. Back to Sabrina. Over to Jonquel at the 3-point line. Guarded by Alana Smith. Hand off to Sabrina. Sabrina. Now she shoots the 3. Misses. She's hesitating a lot from those 3-point shots here. Sabrina, her 3 shots have all been 3s, and she's been hesitating. Ball down to Nafisa. Nafisa on the attack. Fall away jump shot is good. 41-28. Ball to Jonquel. Jonquel on the attack. Throws the ball. Nafisa with the steal. Nafisa on the run. Stewie jumps the passing lane and gets the steal back on the fast break. Stewie over to Leo. Down to Jonquel. Jonquel in the paint, and she gets fouled by Alana Smith. That's 3 on Smith. So we have a timeout here. I don't know if Minnesota's going to challenge that, but we have a timeout here. Minnesota up 41-28. New York was playing pretty well. And then Minnesota, the New York started turning the ball over again, and things went downhill. Brila says Bridget Carlton was a problem for the Liberty. Yeah. That's the disadvantage. That's the pro and con of Jonquel. When Jonquel's in the game, she will get you some rebounds and some putback because she's tall. But on the perimeter, if she gets switched onto a perimeter player, she doesn't have the foot speed to keep up. It forces you to over rotate, and it leaves open their wide open their 3-point shooters. That's what happened on that Bridget Carlton 3. Kayla McBride had Jonquel on the island. She drives baseline. Sabrina comes over to help. Bridget Carlton wide open in the corner for 3. Knocked down every single time. RZ said, Fee with the amateur night pass. Yeah, that was a terrible pass. But Sabrina 0 for 3 for no points. She has to come alive. She needs to get to the paint, hit a layup, see the ball get fouled, see the ball go in the basket. So that 3-point shot will open up for her. She's had some good open looks that she's hesitated on that she wasn't hesitating on in New York. New York had cut the lead down to about 6. I think it was 28-35, and the Lynx have just gone on a run to push this back up. Yeah, it's a timeout by Minnesota. I think they're gonna challenge that. So the key for New York is to keep this, try to get this to single digits, between 6 to 10 points by halftime. That would be the key for them, because Minnesota will get the ball out of halftime. You know they're gonna come out with a different energy after halftime as well. So you want to get this as close as possible, so you're not fighting back the whole game. So we're still in commercial here, still in commercial. We'll see what the call is when we come back. Alana Smith in pain. She's shedding some tears. She fell on her back. I guess she fell on her tailbone. The medical staff trying to work on her. I think the ball's in play. They're showing Alana Smith on the bench. Jonquel Jones picks up her dribble. Handoff to Leonie Fibich. Leonie Fibich drives into traffic. Leo just throws it up and fight for the rebound. Bridget Carlton gets it. Courtney Williams wants the screen, gets the screen. Down to Maisha Hines-Allen. Looks to attack Leonie Fibich. She stops, reverse pivot, throws it up, misses. Rebound to Stewie. Stewie, right side of the floor. Gets the ball, looking for somebody, gets it down to Jonquel at the 3-point line. Jonquel looks to attack Fee, gets her in the post. Nobody cutting, nobody doing anything. Out to Leo. Leo sets her feet. 3 is good. Leonie Fibich makes up for her last attempt there and buries the 3. Back to a 10-point game here. 10-point game. Fee on the drive, guarded by Jonquel. Out to Hines-Allen, over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams on the drive, gets cut off by Leo. She stops, dribbles out, looking for somebody, finds a cutting Fee. Fee gets free and scores the layup. Back to a 12-point game. 1.5 minutes to go here. Stewie out to Jonquel. Jonquel out to Leo. Leo looks to make a move. Gets it to Stewie. Stewie for 3. Too strong. Rebound to Nafisa. Nafisa out to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams, top of the key. Out to Fee. Fee with the ball. Back to Courtney. Wants a screen. Courtney Williams. They leave her open for 3. Too strong. Rebound to Benijah. Approaching 1 minute to go. Benijah with the ball. Benijah in the post against Bridget Carlton. And they call an offensive foul by Benijah for the hook. Benijah has to move the ball there. She was trying to do too much. Ball in play to Courtney Williams. Benijah has to move the ball there. There was a couple opportunities to get the ball to Stewie or Sabrina. Collier, foul line, jump shot, misses. Rebound to Leo. Leo over to Jonquel. Jonquel pushing it up. Jonquel Over to Leo. I don't know why they would give the ball to Jonquel. Leo to the basket, drives to the basket, and scores the layup. So Leo with the last 5 points here for the Liberty. 10 points for Leo. I think the first player in double figures. Courtney Williams on the attack. Gets it down to Fee. Back to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams to the basket. Goes up. Misses the left-hand layup. 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is turned off. Liberty will play for 1 shot. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina pump fakes. Gets into the paint. Throws up the floater. And she scores. And Sabrina gets her first points of this game to get it to a single-digit game. Oh, E was good, bro. Kayla McBride with the ball, and they call a foul on the Liberty. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. So good foul by the Liberty. 2.2 seconds to go here. 2.2 seconds to go. Courtney Williams to inbound. Gets it to McBride. McBride throws it up. And she almost scores a scoop layup, but it's short. So at the half, New York makes a dent into that deficit. It's 43 Minnesota, 35 New York. 8-point game as we go into halftime. So as always, at halftime, we'll take a look at the box score, the team stats, and we'll just have some discussions about what we saw during this first quarter and how both teams can adjust in this first half, and how both teams can adjust in the second. Salute to everybody who's tuned in. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Helps the channel out tremendously. All right, they're talking to Kayla McBride. I just muted it so I could focus on this here. Looking at some of the comments I missed. RC said, Jay, if Dorka comes into the game, y'all gonna assault her? Yeah. We'll go at Dorka. Yeah, she's not ready for this. Tuda said New York turnovers and shooting bad from 3 is killing us. This game cutting us to single digits is a blessing. Yeah, Liz, you're right, Liz. Only down 8. Yeah, only down 8. They had a lead as large as 15. We cut it down to 8. We'll take a look at the box score and see where the Liberty can improve. So in the first quarter, Minnesota outscored New York by 10, 28-18. In the second quarter, New York outscored Minnesota 17-15. So they corrected their errors from that first quarter in terms of allowing Minnesota to score as many points as they did, which is why the score is 43-35. All right, let's take a look at the box score. I thought I was on it. My bad. So for the New York Liberty, Benijah Laney Hamilton played 18 minutes in that first quarter. Had 2 points. That's really it. She did have 2 turnovers and 2 fouls. Brianna Stewart had 8 points. She had 2 fouls in that first quarter. She had to sit a majority of the first, but she played basically all the second quarter foul free. 8 points and 4 rebounds for her. Jonquel Jones with 4 points. She's not in foul trouble. 4 points and 2 rebounds. Minnesota is really gang rebounding, so it's Jonquel down there fighting against 3 or 4 Minnesota players. So that's something to keep an eye on. Leonie Febich, our leading scorer, with 10 points. She scored the first 5 of this game, and then she hit the last 5 of this quarter, which is pretty funny. Almost the last 5 of this quarter. 5 of the last 8 of this quarter for us. Sabrina Ionescu just got her first 2 points of the game with that floater on the last possession of the quarter. She's 1 for 4 in this game. Does have 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Off the bench, you have 4 from Niara Sabali. She came and gave great minutes, had a block as well. 5 from Courtney Vandersloot. For the Minnesota Lynx, Bridget Carlton with 10 points. She's gotten open on a number of threes. She's 2 for 4 from 3. She drove to the basket, had a nice reverse layup on Jonquel. Milana Smith with 2. She went down with a back. She was holding her back on one of these last possessions. We'll see if she plays in the second half. Nafisa Collier, she only has 9 points, 4 rebounds. She does have 3 steals. The Liberty have tried to keep her in check, but by keeping her in check, allowing the others to get off, unfortunately. 13 points from McBride on 3 of 5 shooting from 3. Courtney Williams with 5 points and 4 assists. Off their bench, you have 4 points from Xander Lassini, That she's the only person who has scored off the bench. If we look at the team stats here, just look at it from this. Actually, just go to the team stats. If you look at the team stats here, in terms of field goal percentage, New York is shooting 43% compared to 41% for Minnesota. New York is, however, shooting 27% from three, and Minnesota shooting 50% from three on 10 attempts, 5 for 10. Free throws about equal. Minnesota's taken 2 more, missed 2. Rebounding battle, Minnesota's winning that 16-15. Assist battle, Minnesota's winning that 11-9. They're winning the steals battle 7-5. New York is winning the blocks battle 5-1. New York losing the turnover battle. They have 11 turnovers to 8 for Minnesota. Minnesota has scored 14 points off the 11 New York turnovers. New York has scored 4 points off of the 8 Minnesota turnovers. 7 fast break points for the Lynx compared to 3 for New York. New York is winning the points in the paint 16-14. They're out fouling Minnesota 9-7. And as you can see, the largest lead was 15 for Minnesota and 3 for New York. The 3 was the first 3-pointer of the game by Leonie Fibich. So that's the box score and the team stats there, people. Box score and the team stats. Con Landing says Minnesota has adjusted defensively over the past 2 games and is getting the Liberty out of rhythm. The Lynx prevented them from coming out like a house on fire, like the start of the first 2 games. Yeah, so it looks like the Liberty have somewhat adjusted. Oh, sorry about that. Let me shrink this. Looks like the Liberty have somewhat adjusted there. They did a much better job in that second half getting to some of the actions. They just have to move the ball. It's when they get into that mode when somebody's just dribbling the hell out the ball, like that possession with Benija towards the end of this quarter where she got the ball, came down the court, tried to attack Bridget Carlton, and ends up getting an offensive foul for the hook. It's like she had multiple chances to pass the ball there. Same thing with Stewie. Stewie does it sometimes as well, where she'll just catch the ball and then try and attack Nafisa one-on-one, which isn't the ideal matchup. Sabrina has been doing a better job of moving it in this game, trying not to be just a one-on-one threat, driving into the paint, attracting multiple bodies, and then dishing it off to her teammates. Now it's just up to the teammates to knock down the shots. It's up to the teammates to knock down the shots. For those who are into baseball, you see the top of the screen. Dodgers are beating the Mets 2-0. 2-0. I think that game is in New York and down at Citi Field in Queens. All right, so let me get things ready for the third quarter. We have some time, so no need to rush here. I'll make sure that I don't switch from the fourth to the second quarter. I do that fairly frequently during the streams. I think when I get too hype, I'm pressing the wrong buttons here, but we'll go like that. All right, so for the second half, New York really needs to cut down the turnovers. Having 11 turnovers in the first half, you're lucky to only be down 8 against a team like Minnesota. Luckily, they had 7 turnovers of their own. The rebounding battle, we see how they want to rebound. You see how both teams are prioritizing, I guess, rebounds. New York is allowing Jonquel to be down there and try and fight with with all the people down there to get the rebound. New York, they know they're a slower team in getting back on defense, so they've resorted to having everybody else back to slow down the transition offense for the Minnesota Lynx. So it's going to be interesting how New York continues to adjust as Minnesota runs their offense. And if the New York offense can keep up, if Sabrina can get going, that floater to end the half is a good sign. She saw the ball go in the basket. Also need to get Jonquel the ball closer to the basket so she can quickly attack instead of having her dribble from the 3-point line and trying to get all the way down to the paint. The less Jonquel Jones dribbles is the better for the New York Liberty. Liberty also need to stop making these wild cross-court passes. For Minnesota, what did they do really wrong? I mean, they played pretty well. I think mainly it was some of the possessions where they've taken some rushed shots. So they would have to correct that. Their offense is their offense. They're gonna get everybody's gonna touch the ball. Everybody is like equal opportunity offense. They'll draw two, kick it to your corners, and their 3-point shooters are deadly. So that's what New York has to be aware of. That's what Minnesota needs to really focus on. They're being extra aggressive on defense. They're playing in the passing lanes. They're being up on you as you're dribbling. So New York needs to basically counteract that physicality. If they're being too aggressive, use their aggressiveness against them. That leads to easy back cuts. It leads them to get strong fouls, so you can get some fouls and get to the line, slow this game down, get the clock stopped while you're scoring points. So just some adjustments New York can make going into this third quarter. Alrighty, so thanks for everybody who stayed tuned for the halftime report. It's not as long as the TV broadcast one, but it's probably just as informative. If this does, I shouldn't say if this does. This is going to a game 4. Game 4 is on Friday. Let me see if I can pull that up for us. Oh, this is the score from last game. Let me close that. So game, let me fast forward down to Friday. Let's see if it will let me. There you go. Friday at 8 p.m. on ESPN. I don't think I'll be streaming that, unfortunately, but I will be in the Discord talking about it. I will be in the Discord talking about it. Sean Ford says, it's your excellent job during American Olympics this summer. Really appreciate that, Sean. Salute to you. Salute to you. I'm glad I was able to bring some coverage here to the YouTube space. It did get me a flag when I was trying to show the game to you guys during one of those games. I think it was the first game that was on Peacock. I tried to show it on the broadcast, and NBC got me out of here. Well, YouTube got me out of here and gave me a warning on the account, but I appreciate you guys always tuning in. All right, so if you're just joining, we're at halftime still. We are at halftime. Let me turn up the volume. Somebody asked, what does New York need to do to turn this around in the second half? So I want to hear what the panel has to say. Shanae says they need to get the pick and roll back running for New York. Between JJ and Sabrina, they have 6 field goal attempts combined between them. Andrea said, do you need to institute shot fakes, pass fakes? Because Minnesota is being so aggressive. If you give a nice shot fake or a pass fake, they'll overreact, and then you'll have driving lanes to the basket. Carolyn Peck is saying you just can't screen the screen. You have to make yourself an option off of these screens as well. I know sometimes New York just runs the screen action just to do it. It's not being super effective. Nobody's actually screening the defender, which makes it pretty much pointless. Looking at the comments on Twitter, said we can't get off to a slow start in the third quarter. Yeah, definitely cannot. If they get off to a slow start, you might as well kiss the game goodbye. No Jada kiss. If you know, you know. Yakini said, Sabrina not hitting threes. They don't have a consistent offense. They sit around waiting for the ball. There's nothing they can do but take this up. I like your I like your stance. It's gonna make this sweeter if we win this game. Basically, we need to start cutting to the basket. Just stop standing or stop sitting around and steering. If somebody's posting up, cut to the basket, make the defense move. But I noticed the Liberty, like most players on the Liberty, don't. Leonie Fee, will give a nice cut. Kayla Thornton sometimes will give a nice cut. But you need to institute that more. We're still in commercial here. Still in commercial. If you're just joining, salute to you. Salute to you. Tudo says we need to get hot. Yeah, I mean they haven't been shooting really well from three. They're 3 for 11 from three. If this stat sheet is correct, 27%. Leonie Fee has made the most. She's hit 2 of our 3 threes. Courtney Vandersloot has hit the other. So none from Benijah, none from Stewie, none from Sabrina, none from Jonquel, none from Kayla. It's been Leonie and Vandersloot. On the other end, if you look at Minnesota, you got 2 from Bridget, 3 from Kayla. That's 5. And that's sort of the difference in this game. If we hit 5 of our 11 threes, that's 6 points right there. That's a 2-point game for us. But you can't look at it like that. You can just look at what actually has happened. So if the Liberty can continue to get good looks from threes, they should start to fall. Because Benijah's had some open ones. Leo had an open one as well that she missed. Stewie had a wide open one. Sabrina's had some wide open ones. So it's just about actually taking your time and knocking them down. You've practiced that shot 1,000 times. JP Salute says New York just looks like a different team against Minnesota versus everyone else. Yeah, because Minnesota has a lot of weapons on the 3-point line. A lot of teams don't have squads where every single person can shoot threes. If you look at the last series, Asia Wilson, while she can hit a 3, she's not a 3-point shooter like a Nafisa. Kia Stokes, you already know how Kia Stokes gets down. She doesn't shoot threes. Jackie Young, serviceable. Kelsey Plum, she can hit threes. And Chelsea Gray, I mean, she's not a 3-point shooter, but she can hit threes. Everybody on this Minnesota Lynx team, in the starting lineup, McBride, Bridget, Nafisa, Alana, they're all in tops in 3-point percentage, if I remember correctly. That's why they led the league in 3-point percentage as a team. So anytime you have all these 3-point shooters, and surrounding a player like Nafisa who can score from anywhere. All right, so the broadcast is back. The quarter is about to start. Third quarter about to get underway. They're looking at Sabrina Ionescu. Game 2 in the second half, she only had 1 point on 1 field goal attempt. In this first half, she only had 2 points on 4 field goal attempts. Ball in play here with the Minnesota Lynx to start this third quarter off. Let's see how both teams respond out of the halftime break. Nafisa with the ball, goes behind the screen, out to McBride. McBride looks to attack, crossover, over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams with the ball, over to Bridget, corner to Alana Smith. So Alana Smith looks to be good. Back out to Alana, over to Courtney Williams, wide open for 3, and she buries it. Great ball movement by the Lynx, and they get the 3-pointer out of the first possession of this game. Sabrina over to Stewie. Over to Leo. Leo with the ball. Over to Sabrina. To Jonquel. Jonquel picks up her dribble. Gets it to Benijah. Benijah looks to attack. Benijah gets it down to J.J. J.J. 5 on the clock. But J.J. throws up the hook and scores. So it's back to single digits. 46-37. Nafisa over to Courtney. Stewie guarding her. Nafisa trying to post up Benijah. Benijah fights over it. Courtney Williams picks up her dribble, gets it to McBride. 8 on the clock. Leo fights over, gets it down to Nafisa. Benija fights over and gets the steal. Jonquel on the run. Jonquel slows it down over to Sabrina. Left side to Stewie. Stewie down to Leo in the post. Leo stops, goes glass. Oh, she misses. McBride tried to sell the foul call. Leo paused, thought the foul was going to be called. And Nafisa gets right down the paint and scores. New York does not adjust there, and Nafisa gets a wide open layup. Sabrina down to Stewie. Stewie looks to attack McBride. Throws up the jump shot, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. I don't know what happened there. Everybody just not paying attention. Benija just leaves Nafisa, the most dangerous player on the floor, and Nafisa down the lane gets an easy left-hand layup. Stewie, free throw is up and good. Nine points for Breanna Stewart. Second free throw is up, and she rattles it in. Back to single digits, 48-39. Bridget Carlton with the ball. She dribbles across half court, gets it to Alana Smith, top of the key. Jonquel Jones knocks it out of her hand. Jonquel Jones paying tight on her. Benija guarding Courtney Williams. They send a late double. Sabrina comes and gets the steal. Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie in transition for three. Too strong, bounces around, fight for the rebound, and Minnesota gets it. Courtney Williams on the run, goes behind the back. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa goes up and scores. So we get a steal, shoot a three and miss. They come back down. Nafisa gets a layup on the other end. Sabrina over to Stewie. Can she hit one? Stewie for three. She misses again. Leo fights for the rebound. Doesn't get it. Stewie cannot hit a three right now. 3 for 13 from three. McBride down to Nafisa, and they call a foul on Benija Laney Hamilton. New York had numbers back, and Nafisa still ends with a layup. Ball in play to Minnesota. Alana Smith to McBride. And they call a foul on Alana Smith for the moving screen. 4 fouls on Alana Smith. Yeah, she's still moving. Alana Smith basically jumps into Benija Laney Hamilton on that screen. It's a turnover. So she goes to the She goes to the bench. It's Maisha Hines-Allen with who will come in for her. So it's 50-39. Minnesota up right now. Sabrina gets it to Jonquel. Jonquel tries to spin off on Maisha Hines-Allen, gets to the paint, switches hands, and scores. So Jonquel Jones with the basket. And it looks like Alana Smith going back to the locker room here. We'll keep an eye on her. Nafisa, handoff to Courtney. Courtney over to Bridget Carlton. Oh, back over to Courtney. Courtney attacks. Leonie Fibich on her. 8 seconds on the shot clock. McBride looks to attack. Jonquel, she picks up her dribble out to Hines-Allen. Hines-Allen for three. Misses. And that's the person you want shooting the three. It's a difference between Alana Smith and Maisha Hines-Allen shooting that. Benija Laney in the post against Courtney Williams. Nobody cutting. Benija out to Stewie. Stewie for three. Can she hit one? And she finally does. Breanna Stewart knocks down to three. It's a 6-point game. 50-44. Benija looks to attack the steal. Gets a deflection, but it stays with Minnesota. Courtney Williams with the ball. Finds a cutting Nafisa. Jonquel rotates over. Nafisa misses the layup. Good rotation by Jonquel. Sabrina over to Benija. Benija on the attack. Out to Sabrina. Corner to Leo. Leo on the drive. Out to Benija to Jonquel. Jonquel for three. And she misses. Ball rebounded by Courtney Williams. Good ball movement. It's just the shot's not falling there. Courtney Williams off the screen. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa for three. And she buries it. So you miss a good three on that end. And she hits a three on the other. Sabrina goes baseline, goes reverse layup, and scores. So Sabrina gets the layup. Tough drive by Sabrina. Went coast to coast there. Left side of the floor, went baseline, and reversed it on the right. Nafisa with the ball over to McBride. McBride bounce pass and a strip. Oh, Jonquel almost gets the strip. Nafisa out to Hines Allen. Over to Courtney Williams. 7 on the shot clock. Courtney Williams with the ball. Attacks the basket. Gets to the paint. Drops it off. Goes up. Gets blocked. Hines Allen gets her own rebound and scores. And they call a foul there. Breanna Stewart went to set the screen and she got pushed down. We have a timeout here. That was a great defensive possession by New York. Unfortunately, there was nobody there to get the rebound. Myisha Hines Allen gets her own rebound and puts it back in. So it's 55-46 here. In the third quarter, we have a timeout that was called. 4:57 to go in this quarter. So New York got it down to 6. Now it's back at 9. Alana Smith picked up her 4th foul. She's dealing with that back injury she suffered. She at the end of the second quarter, she fell on her back. They're gonna go take a look and see on her. That was Nafisa Collier's 2nd foul though. Salute, Sean. Salute. Appreciate that. All right, so we're at a timeout right now. Officials timeout. So far, Minnesota's outscoring New York 12-11 in this quarter. New York has cut down the turnovers. They're just missing some wide open shots that they would normally make. If those shots can start to fall, they'll be in much better shape. But the 3-point percentage is what's really killing them. I know you have to take it if you're open, but they're shooting 4 for 15 from 3, 26%. The ball is popping around, but the 3-point shots aren't falling. So we'll see if they adjust, if they keep shooting them, or if they make a concerted effort to get to the basket. Tudo says New York looks better this third, but shots not falling. Yep, exactly. So we're still at a timeout right now. Still at a timeout right now. New York just that's the thing about New York. They have an issue with getting back in transition. Transition defense is an issue for New York. That's how Minnesota was able to get all of these 2 layups for Nafisa Collier. Even though New York was back, they didn't match up properly. Nafisa gets 2 layups right at the basket on terrible rotations. On the first one, Benija looking to guard the player she was assigned to, even though that player was already guarded by Leo, leaves Nafisa wide open in the middle of the floor. She goes coast to coast and lays it in. Second one, Courtney Williams gets the ball. 2 come to Courtney Williams. She goes behind the back and drops off a pass to Nafisa, running the wings for a left side layup. We're back to the broadcast. They're showing how Breanna Stewart is just roaming, especially with Myisha Hines Allen out on the floor. They'll force her to shoot instead of because that's not Alana Smith. Oh, out of the timeout, Niara Sabali tried to pass the ball, slips right out of her hand, and that's the turnover. So ball back to Minnesota. It's Heidemann, McBride, Hines Allen, Collier, and Bridget. Hines Allen down to Nafisa. Nafisa, fall away jump shot over Niara. Bounces around. Stewie gets the rebound. Great defense by Niara not to foul there. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina looks to attack. Throws up the floater. Kayla Thornton gets the ball slapped from behind out of her hands by Heidemann. Hines Allen in transition throws up a wild layup. Thank you, Myisha Hines Allen. And she wild layup misses. Stewie with the ball. Handoff to Sabrina. Sabrina, guarded by Heidemann, comes off the screen from Stewie. Gets it to Niara. Niara to the basket. Goes through. Throws up the layup. Stewie gets the rebound. And Bridget Carlton comes from behind and fouls Stewie on the putback. It doesn't go. But she'll go to the line for free throws. They said Alana Smith is still back there with the trainer tending to Alana Smith. Stewie hits the first free throw. Alana Smith just comes back out. She's sitting down very gingerly. She's in pain. Her face is red. It looked like she's been crying a little bit. And Stewie hits the second free throw as well. 55-48. Ball in play with Minnesota. Heidemann with the ball. Looks to attack. Vandersloot back in the game. She hit some 5 points in that first quarter, and then she went back to the bench. Kayla McBride tries to attack Leo. Gets it to Nafisa. Left side to Maisha Hines-Allen. Bridget Carlton comes off the screen. Out to Nafisa. Nafisa on the drive. Gets the ball stripped. Fight for the ball. And there's a jump ball with 1 second left on the clock. So great defense by New York. Great defense here by New York. Getting their hands in those dribbling lanes, forcing Minnesota to continue to move the ball, switching correctly as well. So 3:45 to go. Minnesota. It's a jump ball between Stewie and Nafisa. I've never seen so many jump balls in a series in my entire life. Ball jumps up, and New York wins the tip anyway. Leonie Fibich has possession. Over to Niara. Back to Leo. Leo comes off the screen going right. Picks up her dribble. Left side to Stewie. Stewie to Vandersloot. Vandersloot tries to come off the screen going downhill. She reverses place. 8 seconds to go. Vandersloot on the attack. Gets it to Stewie. Stewie, foul line jump shot is up and good for Breanna Stewart. It's a 5-point game. That's what I like from Courtney. Keep your dribble alive. You're a point guard. You know not to pick up your dribble. Niara Sabally guarding Bridget Carlton out at the 3-point line. Bridget dribbles. Gets it left side to Heidemann. 8 on the shot clock. They double Maisha Hines-Allen. Foul line jump shot is up and good. So Maisha Hines-Allen making them pay. And she hits the wide open jump shot. Stewie, hand off to Vandersloot. 7-point game here. Vandersloot left side of the floor out to Stewie. Stewie on the attack. Goes up, throws up a wild shot, and it's short. Nafisa with the rebound. That's the type of attempts I'm talking about from Stewie. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann over to Nafisa. Down to Maisha. They're looking for Kayla. Kayla comes off that screen. Kayla, quick release, and buries it. You got to be up on her off of that screen. And she buries the 3. Back to a 10-point game. Timeout, New York. Kayla McBride up to 16 points. I mean, that's a tough shot. Granted, it's... So back to a 10-point lead for Minnesota. Timeout, New York. It's tough. She comes off that screen and she catches it and it's going up. You got to be out on that. And trust your defender to your help defender to help on Maisha Hines-Allen. So New York has gotten as close as 5. Now the lead is back up to 10. There's 2:24 to go. 2:24 to go in this third quarter, and New York calls a timeout. So we're at a commercial right now. Let me get some water in. Jeez. Tudor said, well, we needed that timeout. New York looks tired. Yeah. I mean, they've been fighting back from a deficit this whole game. They've been fighting back from the deficit. They're showing Lindsay Whalen. She was at New York at that game 1 that I was at. Vandersloot out to John Quell, who's checked back in. Hand off to Leo. Leo for three, and Leo knocks down the three. Big shot by Leonie Fiebich. 7-point game. Leonie Fiebich, no hesitation on that out of timeout play by Sandy. She's up to 13. Ball over to Nafisa. Over to Kayla McBride. Kayla McBride, another three. Too strong. Rebound to Kayla Thornton. Carity Vandersloot on the attack. Keeps her dribble alive. Tries to drive baseline. Gets cut off. Out to Niara. Niara, handoff to Leo. And they call a foul on Heidemann. She reached around and was grabbing the waist of Leonie Fiebich. That's the first foul in the final 2 minutes. So it's a 7-point game. Ball in play. Leo gets it to Niara. Niara, handoff to Vandersloot. Vandersloot takes the screen going left from Niara. Drop pass to her. Heidemann plays the passing lane and gets the steal. Heidemann on the run. Heidemann throws it up. Fight for the rebound. Nafisa gets it, and put back is good. You got to get those rebounds. 62-53. Vandersloot with the ball. Gets it to Jonquel. Jonquel, she shoots a long two. Too strong. Courtney Williams can't get the rebound, and thankfully it goes out of bounds. New York gets another possession here. I think Courtney Williams jumped too soon. Jonquel Jones late in getting back. Not even in the play to come help. And Nafisa gets an easy putback. Benija gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina for three, and she hits one off the inbound. Similar to that one against the Aces in Game 4. And that's her first three of the game. Kayla McBride down to Nafisa and gets blocked by Jonquel. On the rotation, over to Kayla. Kayla to Sabrina. Sabrina throws it up to Stewie. Stewie gets blocked and gets fouled from behind. And Brianna Stewart back to the line for free throws. Jonquel with the late rotation and gets, ooh. She got a pinky caught in the net, but she got the block. That could have been bad for Jonquel, but she fights through it. Stewie hits the first free throw. So Liberty fighting back here. They just need to close this quarter well. Can't give up any points to end this quarter. And they'll be in the driver's seat going into the fourth. She hits both free throws. Ball in play here with the Minnesota Lynx. Take this YouTube TV thing off the screen. Nafisa with the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Stewie. Looking for McBride off the screen. Quick release. Short. Rebound to Lainey Hamilton. New York has a chance to get within three here. Over to Benija. Benija with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina down to Stewie. Stewie guarded by Courtney Williams. She spins, shoots it over the jumper. Foul and one. Brianna Stewart. Go to work, girl. 2-point game with a chance to make it one after this free throw by Stewie. She gets the foul on the shooting elbow. Danny C, it was good. And Stewie hits the 3-point play, and we have a 1-point game here in Minnesota. New York was down as many as 15. 8-0 run in the last minute for New York. Shot clock is off. Minnesota has the ball. Courtney Williams with it, right side of the floor. Guarded by Stewie. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Bridget Carlton. Carlton with the pump fake. Carlton drives baseline. Goes under the basket. Dribbles around, gets it out to Courtney Williams. She throws up the three at the buzzer, and it's too strong. And it's a 1-point game here going into the fourth. New York closed the quarter really well here. Minnesota upset. They thought Bridget Carlton was getting fouled. No foul call there. Nafisa's talking to the ref. She's bumping her the whole time. I can't lie, it did look like a bump. They didn't call it. But New York outscored the Lynx 26-19 in that quarter. Whoo-wee, we have a game on our hands, people. JP said your excitement is so contagious, man. This is how I watch basketball at home, man. This is literally when the camera's off. I would usually just be standing in front of the TV like I'm coaching, man. This is basketball. Whew, it just gets a rise out of me, especially man, that's when the Heat were in the finals that year, or up against the Celtics going to the finals that year. I was standing in front of the TV like I was Eric Spoelstra, the coach of the Heat. Oh man, this is good, y'all. This is good. This series has been incredible, man. I can't lie. Even though we lost game 1, the competition in this series, the runs teams are going on, it's crazy. Yeah, man. So you was real quiet in 2020. Oh, hey, all right, man. Yo, E, take it easy, man. Take it easy. 2020, man. Oh man. Now I was hyped some games, but in the end, it was painful. In the end, the Lakers ended up beating the Heat in the bubble finals. But now that's the past is the past, man. We look into the future. Oh yeah, I definitely was not paying you. I definitely wasn't paying this man. Danny C says you got Game 5 tickets. Yeah. They're part of my pay as we play plan. Pay as we play plan. So they already charged me for it. So if we go to a Game 5, I have them locked in. I'll be in the building. So no stream for that. I'll try and if the Wi-Fi at Barclays would cooperate, I would like do like a sort of a live stream from Barclays, but the service in Barclays when there's 18,000 people in the building, it's tough to do anything video wise. That's why I just be in the Discord. Chatting it up. Tudo being there, Miracle be checking on me after the games when we lose. RC being there, my cousin being there. So Discord is in the stream description. The Discord, the link to join the Discord is there. It's free. I have a bunch of stuff going on in there, meaning like alerts for every team and stuff. So you may have to mute the channels or the servers you don't want, but I'll be chatting in the games about chatting in there about the games. Look at me, I'm chatting. Auntie OG says, greetings, glad I found you. Appreciate you covering the W better than watching TV. Salute, Auntie OG. Salute, appreciate you. I'm glad you were able to find the channel. It's my second WNBA season doing this. The channel has grown tremendously in the span of a year and some change. During the off season, as I was mentioning earlier, we'll be doing some things and pertaining to like the draft lottery, the expansion draft. If there's any big news, I'll probably do some live streams about that as well. Bernie says, did you say you're not streaming Friday? Yeah, I probably won't be able to stream Friday. I have something to do at 7:30, unfortunately. So I won't be streaming on Friday. But I'll be in the Discord. Man, I would be so upset if I expect it to be a good game as well. But listen, enough about that. Let's get to this fourth quarter. We've started. Liberty start the quarter with the ball. They haven't had the lead since it was 3-0, and they call a foul here by Kayla McBride. Nafisa's saying it's the same foul that Bridget Carlton should have gotten down there. So it's 9:51 here to go. Ball down to Jonquel against Alana Smith. Bounces around Stewie with the tip and misses. And Minnesota still with the lead here and possession. Courtney Williams on the attack, goes under the basket, finds wide open Alana Smith. She gets blocked by Stewie, gets her own rebound, goes under, throws it out, and Sabrina gets a deflection, dives into the crowd, but it stays Minnesota basketball. Alana Smith thought she had a wide open shot. Stewie rotates over, gets the block. Ball and play to Alana Smith. Alana Smith on the baseline. Jonquel, don't foul. Kayla McBride runs into Alana Smith. Courtney Williams comes off the screen, throws it up at the buzzer, and misses. New York's defense had them in a tizzy there. I said in a tizzy. That was funny. Benijah Laney in the corner, out top to Stewie, back left side to Sabrina. Are you guys not going to run anything? Oh, Sabrina on the attack on Alana Smith, throws up a wild floater, fight for the rebound. Jonquel gets on the floor to fight for it, and rebound to Minnesota. Stupid shots here by New York. I don't know what that was about. Courtney Williams goes behind the back, gets to the midi, over to Bridget. Back to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams drops it off to Nafisa. That's a wide open layup. 64. Nafisa Collier with the most points ever in a single postseason. With that basket from her. Ball down to Stewie. Stewie against McBride. She spins over her and shoots the baseline jump shot. Stewie knocks it down. That's the offense we should have ran last possession. Sabrina iso'd. Ball to Kayla McBride. Guarded by Jonquel. Kayla McBride drives baseline, goes under the basket. Out to Courtney Williams. Benijah with the gamble. Courtney, foul line jump shot is good. Benijah gambled on the reach. And Courtney Williams gets to her favorite spot on the floor. Hits the foul line jump shot. Sabrina with the ball. Right side of the floor. Gets it up top to Stewie. Left side to Benijah. Benijah gets it to Stewie. Sabrina. Jonquel, corner three. Too strong. I don't know if that was the shot that we wanted. A 3-point game here. 66-63. Courtney Williams off. Gets it over to Alana Smith. They're trying to find McBride. Alana Smith gets it back to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams drives. Goes up. Scoop layup. And she smokes the layup. Liberty gets super lucky there. Sabrina on the attack. Spin move. Almost loses the ball. Gets it down to Benijah. Slow it down. Out to Sabrina. Down to Leo. Sabrina. Terrible pass there. Nafisa gets the steal over to Alana Smith. Wide open three. And she misses. That's not the person you want shooting three. She has a bad back right now. Yeah, Sabrina predicted that pass way too much. Nafisa with 4 steals. Sabrina with the ball. They jump out on her. It gets tipped out, and it gets tipped out by Alana Smith. New York needs to calm down here. Ball into Stewie. Stewie slows it down. Stewie shoots the 3 over Alana Smith. Stewie ties the game. Let's go. That was a possession going nowhere. Stewie steps right into a 3. 27 for Stewie here. Nafisa with the ball out to Kayla McBride. McBride now shoots a 3 to respond, and she responds. We have a 3-point shootout here as Kayla McBride shoots that 3 and puts the lead back up. Sabrina on the attack. Gets the ball out to Stewie. Let's get some movement here. Okay, Stewie on the attack. Gets to Alana Smith switch. This should be Stewie on the attack. Gets to the foul line. Gets fouled. And the takeover. And going to the line. Alana Smith is a cripple out there right now. She has a bad back. Go at her. That's barbecue chicken. She can't move. And she hits the elbow. That's a foul every day of the week. Five on Alana Smith. Stewie for the tie. And she ties the game. Dang, I hit my knee on my desk. That hurt a little bit, but we good. Adrenaline is high right now. Tie game, 69-69. Nafisa with the ball. Hand off to Bridget. Bridget's been a little quiet. Let me not jinx it. Bridget on the attack. Goes up. Gets fouled. And she'll go to the line. I should have just kept my mouth closed. I should have kept my mouth closed. So Bridget Carlton will go to the line for 2 free throws. I think we have a timeout here. 6:06 to go. Stewie in literal takeover mode right now. Test. Oh, yeah, I think I hit my wire on my mic, too. My bad, y'all. I noticed that when I was watching back my last stream, when I got excited one time, I hit my mic, and it knocked the cable out, and then it came back. My bad, y'all. But Stewie in takeover mode, if you didn't hear me say it before, Breanna Stewart up to 30 points, 9 rebounds. The next best is 13 from Leonie Fiebich. Jonquel with 8. Sabrina with 7. Minnesota has 4 people in double figures. They have 10 from Bridget Carlton, 20 from Nafisa, 19 from Kayla, 10 from Courtney, and we still have a tie game on our hands. So we're in a timeout right now. When we come back, Bridget Carlton will be shooting 2 free throws. Oh, I need some water. It's getting a little toasty in here too. Ooh. Ooh. Getting a little parched. We're still in timeout right now, y'all. We are still in timeout. Let me back my mic up a little bit. Whew. All right. I think we good now. Ooh, guys. Wow. So if you're just joining, Minnesota got out to a big lead in that first quarter. New York was up 5-2. Minnesota went on a run and outscored New York 28-18 in that first quarter. New York's been fighting back ever since. They have outscored them in every quarter since. Outscored them 17-15 in the second quarter, 26-19 in that third quarter to come all the way back. The lead was as big as 15 for Minnesota. New York had 7 turnovers in that first quarter. Now would we have a tie game here? Tudo says Stewart one more 30-point game away from tying the WNBA record, right? Yep. Stewie, one more 30-point game away from tying a record here. Fee working hard for that Finals MVP award. NEC says, yeah, she is. I mean, she has the most points in a WNBA postseason. So we're back now. Bridget Carlton at the line for free throws. She got fouled by Sabrina on that last possession. Collier with 247 points in the 2024 playoffs as Bridget hits the first. Breanna Stewart, most points in Liberty Finals history, I believe that's that, with 30 points in this game. Bridget buries both free throws, so it's back to a 2-point game. 71-69 here. Minnesota is on top. Stewie has scored the last 13 points for New York. Sabrina tries to come off the screen, picks up her dribble, gets it out, and is stolen by McBride. McBride gets by Leonie Fiebich, throws up the scoop layup, misses, fight for the rebound, and it's out of bounds. And they say it's Minnesota ball. I guess New York's not going to review it. I guess it was off of Stewie. Kayla McBride to inbound, gets it into Hines Allen. Gets the ball to McBride. She almost loses it. Gets it to Courtney Williams. 7 to go. 6, 5. Courtney Williams on the drive. Stops. Pops. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Hines Allen goes back up. Misses. And Jonquel secures the rebound. Sabrina with the roll now. Left side of the floor. 2-point game here. Sabrina out to Stewie. Stewie on the attack. Gets cut off by Nafisa. Stewie out to Sabrina. Sabrina pump fake. Steps in. 3. Oh, too strong. It sits at the back of the rim, and Kayla McBride gets the rebound. She wasn't set on that shot at all. Kayla McBride on the attack. Out to Nafisa. Nafisa foul line jump shot. Too strong. Bernija with the defensive rebound. And Leonie Fiebich is on the floor here, holding her ribs. Leonie Fiebich runs into a screen. I don't know if nobody called it out, but nobody calls it out, or she didn't hear when they were calling it out. Maisha Hines Allen just standing there. Boom. Nobody calling it out. Nobody there to call it out. The Liberty just need one more person to come along for the ride here to help Stewie out. She's doing all she can. So we went to a commercial here. Leonie Febich was on the floor holding her ribs. She ran into a screen. It was a legal screen. Nobody on the Liberty called it out to warn her. And she runs right into it. So we're at a timeout right now. We are at a timeout. It will be Liberty ball when we come back, though. Yeah, Tudo. They've been getting hit by a lot of screens these finals. And she does have sensitive ribs. She's had, remember back in the Olympics when they played, she got hit in the ribs as well. She's been getting hit in the ribs all season. She gonna need a breather after this season. And she don't got too much meat on her bones anyway, so those are hits on hits. But it's a 2-point game here, 5:01 to go. New York has come all the way back to tie this game. Now they're only down by 2. Breanna Stewart doing all she can. She's up to 30 points here. The rest of the big names have not really helped out. Jonquel with 8 points, Sabrina with 7. They need one of them to assist. Jonquel, by far the tallest person on the floor. She should be eating down low. She's resorted to standing around the 3-point line, and that's probably schemed by the Liberty, but I think with Alana Smith out of the game, I know Stewie has it going, but you don't want it just be Stewie or nothing. Get other people involved as well. All right, so broadcast is back. Broadcast is back. Leo holding her left ribs. She's on the bench now. I'm assuming Kayla Thornton came in. Largest crowd in Lynx history. They just announced 19,521 people at this game. Largest in Lynx history. What a turnout for the W here. Breanna Stewart with the ball. Breanna Stewart tries to hit it off of Nafisa and it goes right through Nafisa's legs. Turnover by the Liberty after that timeout. Over to Hines Allen. Hand off to Bridget Carlton. Over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams looks to attack. Courtney Williams comes off the screen. Looks to attack Stewie. Stops. Finds a cutting Hines Allen. Blocked by Stewie. And it's New York ball. Breanna Stewart doing it all. Somebody help this woman. Help me, please. Ball in play. Sabrina has the rock. Sabrina comes off the screen. Tries to get the ball to Stewie. No, Sabrina comes off the screen again. She looks to attack. Stops. Out to Stewie. Stewie for 3 in the lead. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Courtney Williams loses it. Bridget Carlton gets it out to Nafisa. 4 minutes to go. We didn't need a 3 there, but I'm not mad. Stewie feeling it right now. Courtney Williams over to McBride. McBride on the crossover. Snatchback dribble. Crossover again. Cut off by Sabrina. Collier goes up. Blocked by Stewie again. Oh my goodness. Stewie's everywhere. Stewie on the attack. Gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. Sabrina guarded by Nafisa. Sabrina down to Stewie. Stewie shoots over McBride. Short. Fight for the rebound. Jonquel gets it. Jonquel, why are you dribbling? And there's a turnover by Jonquel Jones. Courtney Williams in transition shoots the jump shot. Sabrina gets the offensive rebound. This game is crazy. Nobody's helping Stewie here. The defense is helping, but nobody else can score on offense. Sabrina picks up her dribble. Nobody coming to the ball. Gets it to Sabrina. Stewie. Stewie on the attack. Goes behind the back. Gets fouled on the push by Nafisa. 3 minutes to go here. Nobody helping this lady out. She's giving it all she can. She's doing everything. Offense, defense. She's doing it all. So we have another timeout here. I think it might be by the Liberty. Let me see, play-by-play. Oh, timeout by Minnesota. 3 minutes to go here. Oh my gosh, what a game, guys. What a game. Stewie doing it all, everything she can here to keep this game close. She just needs somebody to come along. Jonquel, somebody to come along for the ride. Breanna Stewart, 30 points, 4 blocks, 10 rebounds. Tudo said Lynx trying to give this game to New York, and New York not trying to take it, bro. New York is not trying to take this game. 3 minutes to go. They've had multiple great defensive stops. You got to let Stewie rest a little bit on offense. Jonquel, you're a former MVP. Do something. Sabrina, second team All WNBA. Help out. Instead of everybody just standing around. Stewie knows how important this game is, and she's playing like it. Yakini says Stewie likes going to be noodles the last minute. Stewie yelling at her team. Well, not yelling, but imploring her teammates. Like, guys, the game is there. 30, 10, and 4 for Stewie. 2-point game. Minnesota hanging on. Oh, now my heart's starting to get back nervous. I'm starting to get back nervous, y'all. All right, ball to be inbounded. They get the ball into Benija. Hand off to Sabrina. Leonie Fiebich is back into the game. Sabrina picks up her dribble. Gets it to Jonquel in the corner. Jonquel loses the ball. No. Oh, my goodness. Shot clock violation. Jonquel Jones slips in the corner. Oh, my goodness. Nobody comes to help. Jonquel doesn't see anybody. 18 turnovers by New York, and it's still a 2-point game here. Courtney Williams with the ball, top of the key. Benija reaches in. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams on the attack. Attacks Leo. Goes up for the floater and scores. 73-69. 2:20 to go. New York had their opportunities. Over to Stewie. Over to Leo. Fiebich comes off the screen. Fiebich out to Jonquel. Jonquel for 3. And Jonquel hits a 3. Finally, 1-point game. Nafisa brings the ball up the court. Over to Courtney Williams. Right in front of the Liberty bench. She comes off the screen. Tries to attack. Pump fakes. Tries to get to Nafisa. Nafisa to Xander Lassini. She throws it back to Nafisa. And she misses the open jump shot. Oh, the gods are on our side, maybe. Sabrina, Stewie with the rebound. Over to Sabrina. 1:40 to go here. Sabrina over to Jonquel. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen, gets downhill, throws it to Jonquel. Layup, and the Liberty have the lead. Come on. First lead since it was 5-4 in the first quarter. Nafisa, the crowd trying to get into it. Nafisa hands it off to McBride. McBride comes off the screen. Over to Bridget Carlton. Bridget Carlton on the drive. Over to Xander Lassini. Up top to McBride. McBride tries to drive. McBride into the paint. Throws up a scoop. Rolls off. Stewie with the rebound. Get the ball to Sabrina. Sabrina gets it. Crosses half court. Sabrina gets the screen from Jonquel. They get the switch. Sabrina, screen from Stewie. Wide open for three. Sabrina. Oh my God. Sabrina Ionescu from the right corner. Right wing knocks down the three. 8-0 run. Last minute and a half. New York 4-point lead. Come on. Where my glasses at? Oh my goodness. Sabrina hasn't shot the ball really all game. Comes off that screen from Stewie. Right over Nafisa. Holds the follow through. Knocks it in. Let's go, Sab. May not come when you want her, but she's on time. If you know, you know. I just repurposed a gospel song in there. Sabrina, 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Hasn't had the shot all game. That's her second 3 of the game. Need some water. Woosa, 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 woosa. It's not over. It's not over. It is not over. All right, New York with 2 timeouts left. Minnesota with 1. Both teams with a reset timeout. Both teams with fouls to give, and both teams with challenges. 55.5 seconds. I just read your comment, E. Can't see you without my dead kid. Ball and play to McBride. It's quiet there in Minnesota. Let's see. New York, no fouling threes, please, God. That's the last thing we need. Bridget Carlton over to Nafisa. Nafisa comes off the screen and fouled by Jonquel. That's the foul to give. That's the foul to give. About to hit them with some we fall down, but we get up. A saying is just as... Nah, all right. I'm not going to go into the gospel back. Ball and play with Minnesota. Top of the key. Gets it to Bridget. 10 on the shot clock. Bridget Carlton tries to drive at Stewie. Does drive at Stewie. Goes up. Right-hand layup is good for Bridget. And timeout by Sandy Brondello. Smart timeout by Sandy. 2-point game. 33.6 seconds to go. So Bridget Carlton said, I'm not going to shoot the 3. She traveled, though. They don't call it. But she goes up and hits the right-hand layup over Stewie. Stewie smart not to foul. So New York, 34.6 seconds to go. New York basketball, excuse me, there's at least 2 possessions left in this game. Sandy Brondello calling out the play to the team. The most important thing is getting the ball in bounds. The Liberty already had a 5-second violation in this game. The most important thing is getting the ball in bounds and getting a smart shot, not no rushed shot. Liberty looking to steal back home court advantage that the Lynx stole from them in that Game 1 comeback win. Liberty were down 15 points. They were clawing back the whole game. And after that Jonquel Jones layup, Liberty had their first lead since it was 5-4 in that first quarter. So we'll see what Sandy has cooked up out of this timeout. Liberty need a smart shot here. It's a 2-point game. 2-point game. So there's at least 2 possessions left in this game on the clock here. So let's see what happens. 34.6 to go. New York to inbound. They get the ball into Brianna Stewart. I'm going to start the clock now. Stewie with the ball. Stewie drives. They leave her open. Stewie drives. Gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina pump fakes. Resets. 3 in the dagger. Halfway down. Bounces around. Fight for the rebound. And Courtney Williams gets the rebound. Wow. That ball rattled around the rim from 3. Almost was the dagger on this. Wow. Wow. Yeah, the three wasn't my ideal. I thought she would drive into the paint. Stewie had the lane. She tried to kill more clock, gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina pump fakes, dribbles to the side. Great follow through. It was a great shot. The ball was literally halfway down the rim, though. I don't know why. I don't think three was the play, but three just happened to be the open shot that Sabrina happened to take. So 20.6 seconds to go. 20.6 seconds to go. Minnesota ball. The one thing New York cannot do is foul a three-point shooter, foul somebody going to the basket, and allow them to finish. A 2 ties it, a 3 beats you. So do not foul three-point shooters. Don't run out at them. Just keep your hand up and secure the rebound. 20.6 seconds to go. Just switch everything. Switch everything. All right, Minnesota to inbound here. Ball into McBride. Nafisa on the drive, attacks Jonquel. Jumps foul, and she misses. So Nafisa going to the line for 2 free throws here with 16 seconds to go. That scared me there. I thought she was going to make that. I said everything. Jonquel, do not jump. And Jonquel, what does Jonquel do, y'all? Jonquel jumps. Nafisa at the line. First free throw is up and good. 16 seconds to go here. Nafisa for the tie. Let's see if she pulls a Stewie and misses the free throw. Nafisa, second free throw is up. And she buries it. Tie game, timeout, New York. So New York, 16 seconds here. That's why that 3 comes into play by Sabrina. Even though it was a good look, that's where that 3 comes into play. So both teams have a reset timeout remaining. No, they both don't have a regular timeout remaining. They don't have, their timeouts are gone, so they don't have any challenges left either. 16 seconds to go here. 77-77, New York basketball. What a game, y'all. What a game. John says it's going to Stewie. We'll see. Let's see if Stewie is a decoy, or if they say, all right, Stewie, bring us home, or they look for just the person who's wide open. Yeah, New York has to make sure that they're shooting the ball as the last shot of the game. Ball to be inbounded here. Ball gets into Leonie Fibich. Back to Sabrina. 13 seconds. 12 seconds. Guarded tightly by McBride. They used the foul to give here. That was the foul to give. 10 seconds to go here. 10.9 seconds to go. Ball into Leonie Fibich. Over to Sabrina. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4. Sabrina for 3 and the win. Oh my God, Sabrina Ionescu! Oh my God! Sabrina! Sabrina Ionescu step back, jump shot 3, cash. Oh my gosh, reset timeout, 1 second to go in this game. Sabrina Ionescu, her Liberty playoff moment. Gets it in to McBride, she fumbles it. That's game. The Liberty win. Come on, man. Sabrina Ionescu. Oh my God, have mercy. Oh my gosh. Sabrina. I'm tweeting. Sabrina, step back 3, game, set, match. Oh my God. Yo, let's go, LA. Come on. Kayla went for the steal. Sabrina, step back 3. Oh my God. Have mercy. Sabrina Ionescu. Take a 2-1 lead in this 2024 WNBA Finals. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, that's going on the TikTok when I edit this. Oh my goodness, Sabrina. Her signature, if the Liberty go on to win the finals, this will be Sabrina's signature moment here. 6 points here in the quarter. Hasn't had the greatest of nights. Sabrina Ionescu, step back, held the follow through, goosenecked it, cash me out. Oh my gosh, people. What a game. Now the Lynx fans know how we felt when Courtney Williams hit that 3-pointer and got fouled in game 1. Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu. Signature moment. Oh my goodness, people. That gotta hurt. That got to hurt. Finish them on Friday. Finish them on Friday. Sabrina. Liberty had a terrible turnover game. Liberty had, 18 team turnovers. And they pull off the win. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm sorry. If you're a Lynx fan, I apologize. But, yo, what a shot from Sabrina Ionescu, people. Get Sabrina step back, going left, sets her feet, follow through, splash. Splash, people. Oh my gosh. I'm stunned, y'all. I'm stunned. I am absolutely stunned. What a signature moment from Sab. Get a little emotional there too. What a shot. Jesus. Oh, Sabrina. Holy smokes. What a WNBA Finals we've been having, people. Let's take a look at the box score right quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Holy smokes. Oh. All right. Let me calm down. All right. Let's close this out. All right, New York. Holy crap. All right, New York 28-18. Minnesota outscored them in the first. 17-15 in the second for New York. 26-19 in the third. Stewie, I got to give her the utmost credit. She put the team on her back, literally, like backpacked this. And then 19-15, none bigger than those last 3 points of the quarter. Sabrina Ionescu, step back, cash. Had 6 points in the quarter, both of them threes. None bigger than that last shot of the game. Lainey Hamilton, after having 20 in the last game, she only had 2 of this game, played solid defense. Stewie with 30 points, 11 rebounds, made all 10 of her free throws. Jonquel Jones, 13 points and 5 rebounds. She hit a big 3 in this game, in this fourth quarter as well. Leonie Febich, 13. And then Sabrina Ionescu only had 13 points, 6 assists, 3 for 8 from 3, but none bigger than that 3 of that last game winner. Kayla Thornton, none. 4 and 5 from Sabally and Vandersloot, but this was all the starters, really. Minnesota Lynx, Bridget Carlton with 14. Alana Smith went out. She only had 2. 22 from Nafisa, 19 from McBride, 12 from Courtney Williams with 8 assists. It didn't matter. 8 points from their bench. It did not matter. New York shoots 40% from 3. They were shooting 26% at one point in this game, and they come alive at the end. Minnesota 9 for 21 from 3. Fouls are about equal, so I don't want to hear people talking about the foul disparity. 14 for 14 from New York. They didn't miss a free throw. 10 for 12 from Minnesota. They missed 2. They held the Lynx to 6 points in the final 6 minutes of this game. So we reversed what they did to us in game 1, and we hit them back with it in game 3, excuse me. Guys, this means a lot to me, honestly, y'all. New York has been to the finals 5 times. Hasn't won more than 1 game in any of them. This is the first time New York has won at least 2 games in the finals. And they're 1 game away from a championship. One of the only founding franchise who hasn't won one. Who's still in their same city, of course. It's crazy. Minnesota, not even a founding franchise, they have 4. Phoenix has 2. Seattle has 3 or something like that. I don't even think Seattle was Seattle. No, Seattle one. I don't think Seattle was one. LA has 2. LA is the other one that's in the same place they were. LA has 2. New York, the only one that's made it multiple times and hasn't got 1. So this means a lot, man. This really means a lot if the Liberty can really pull this off. This is crazy. Janera says Stewie was not missing another free throw. Yeah, that free throw is gonna haunt her. Was going to haunt her. JP says Stewie redeemed. Yeah, she definitely redeemed herself there. Sean, salute for you for following. Wow. I'm in shock. I can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. Credit the team not giving up. They got punched in the mouth in that first quarter. As I said, if they could keep it if they let the lead balloon to over 15 to get to 20 points, it's over. They kept it within single digits. They fought and fought. Stewie put the team on her back in that third quarter. We got down to a 2-point game, and it looked like we couldn't get over that final hump. We get over the final hump on Sabrina. Drawing 2, drops it off to Jonquel for the layup to give us the lead 74-73. And then the following possession, Sabrina shoots a 3 from the right wing, buries it to give us a 4-point lead with a minute to go. After that, Sabrina gets a 3 from the left wing, wide open. The ball goes halfway down and out. Nafisa comes down, gets fouled by Jonquel, and hits 2 free throws to make it a tie game. But then Sabrina, I don't even know her middle name, Ionescu, step back, going left 3, left Kayla McBride in the dust. Nobody in front of her, goosenecked it. Splash. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh man. All I can say is, oh man. All right, y'all. Shoot, I might have to make some calls and do something on Friday because I cannot miss this. Holy smokes. 18 turnovers and they pull off the win. All right, y'all. I'm going to just keep repeating myself if I stay on any longer. But wow. Wow. Oh, y'all appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Liberty 2-1, 1 game away from a WNBA championship, the first in their history. Hopefully they could pull it off on Friday. Until next time, y'all, appreciate you guys. It's Jay Jordan. Salute.